In today's video, we're going to take a look at a really cool new feature called Agent within ChatGPT. And what this does is this takes a few of the most powerful features of ChatGPT and combines them together. The three really powerful features that it combines are: one, the operator mode. Operator is really only available in the very expensive $200 a month accounts, which I tried for a month. It was really cool, but wasn't worth paying for it in my opinion. But what that does is that has the ability for the ChatGPT to open up a web browser, navigate to a page or multiple pages. It can even log in using your credentials. It'll hand over the controls to you to log in, then it'll take back over, and then it can do things like book a trip or do some research or shop for groceries, which is very cool, but still limited in what it can do. Then the second one is the deep research, which is just super powerful text-based search capabilities, and it will spend a long time searching for iteratively for a certain topic or to answer certain questions and give you a research report at the end. Then finally, just the general reasoning of O3. So those three main things combined give you this agent mode, and what Agent's able to do is really very, very powerful. It can go and create spreadsheets, it can edit spreadsheets, it can create PowerPoint presentations, it can do quite a bit of things. So what we're going to do is we're going to play around with maybe three different examples of how to use this agent. First, we're going to take a look at this one that I had to do. I said, hey, read 5 various publicly published financial reports from municipalities in Florida and determine what some of the biggest issues are that are raised by the auditors. Give me a PowerPoint presentation on those municipalities, what they should be doing to look at improve across the board. And so this one was pretty neat. It said, sure, I'll search for 5 publicly published financial reports, for example, blah, blah, blah. And this one worked for 15 minutes before it finished. And so it said, okay, the 5 reports I looked at were Town of Kenneth City, City of Flagler Beach, Deltona, Bellevue, and Boca Raton. So they showed that they mostly had sound financial positions. However, Kenneth City and City of Flagler Beach had some notable audit findings that illustrate some common risks. At Kenneth City, they found significant internal control weaknesses, segregation of duties issues, a few unauthorized credit card charges because terminated employees' cards were not canceled. That sounds problematic. Here you have a highlight. You can go and see that it actually references that. That's correct. There were the city's building permit fund exceeded statutory limits by $600,000. That's not good. So let's take a look at what the results were. I gave some recommendations, which is helpful, but I'm curious to see what kind of presentation they gave us. So off the bat, this is okay, but not great. When it was creating it, I saw it created an image and then it went back and said, oh, I don't know if I can use that image because of copyright issues or whatever. I also noticed you can see the words overlap over on the left. So it's not bad, but not great, but that's okay. Let's take a look at what the content looks like. So what reports did it review and methodology? I like this. It gives kind of an overview of what it's going to tell us. We reviewed 5 publicly available financial reports. These are the reports that were examined and the audit observations. That's nice. Then it goes through each of the ones individually. So you've got Town of Kenneth City, key audit findings. I don't know what this is trying to tell me over here. This is useless. All these bars go to the same height, and it looks like it just goes from 0 to 1 with, I don't know, there's a 200-meter dash in between. Who knows? But on the left, it's got at least some language that explains some of the issues that it found. So that's helpful. I'll give a recommendation. Let's take a look at the next one. Flagler Beach. Okay, this at least looks like it's starting to tell us something, but still the chart's not that helpful. I don't know if that's 1 billion, if it's dollars, I presume, but I have no idea. It doesn't really say. Also just, describe some of the issues that we heard about previously. City of Deltona, other audit matters, okay. Positive examples and best practices. So talk about strong internal controls. All right, not bad. I think this was pretty good. This was the image that it had on the front page, but for some reason it didn't like it there, but it liked it here. Whatever, that's fine. But nice to see it came with some, I would say, pretty good conclusion, cross-cutting recommendations, and then some final conclusions next step. So again, not perfect, but not a bad start, especially for 15 minutes for the LLM and 1 minute of my time. So that was pretty cool. So what I want to do is I want to kick off a new one. I don't know how long this is going to take, but just to show you what it looks like to start one. I'm going to go agent mode. And what I want to do is I want to show you how it can create a spreadsheet. So let's say, I want you to go to the Florida CPA website and inspect the HTML and tell me if there are any potential risks that hackers could take advantage of. And write up a report to recommend improving their cybersecurity. See, that's the relevance here. You'll say put the details in a spreadsheet format with risks, issues, and potential mitigating activities and recommendations. I don't know if this will do it because there are some limitations as to what they can do, some limitations on what ChatGPT will allow it to do, but looks like it's going to give it a shot. So that'll be kind of fun. So let's let it do its thing, and we'll come back and check in a little bit to see if it figures it out. Now, this one was very quick. This will be interesting. So for this one, I said, make me a simple but functioning website or web application that works as a super simple accounting system and publish it on the web so it's accessible to the public. So I don't know if this is how far this has gotten, but let's take a look. So it asked me to clarify some questions first, so I did, and it worked for 1 minute. And okay, it's saying we have to log into GitHub to create a new repository where we'll host the code. So that's actually kind of cool. So I'm going to take over, and this is a good example of where the ChatGPT is not going to put in your information for you. It's not going to take screenshots. So you can actually put in your data. And I'm going to skip past the video so you don't see me put in my login credentials. All right, so I took control. I entered in my credentials, and it logged into GitHub. And now it's going to be able to continue on from there. So that's pretty cool. So again, we're not going to watch this whole thing. I'll pause and we'll get to take a look later or in the next video. I'll kind of go over what it's able to do. Before we go, I'm going to go pop on back over and see what it's doing over in this cybersecurity risk assessment. And this is cool. It looks like it's actually, wow, it already finished. This is great. It'll be interesting to see what it finds. So it says it worked for 3 minutes and inspected the Florida Institute of CPA's website, identified a number of potential security risks, including the use of third-party scripts without integrity checks, absence of a content security policy, external links that open a new tab without proper protections. This is a lot. This is great. I think I should send a note to the FICPA and give them a recommendation on how to fix this stuff. So let's take a look at what the recommendations are. And hey, let's have it create a PowerPoint presentation too, right? Actually, let's do a Word document. Write up a Word document report for this in a responsible disclosure format. That, if you're not familiar with a responsible disclosure, that's in the kind of cybersecurity world. If you're a white hat hacker or an ethical hacker, that means you like to do hacking type things for the sake of understanding where vulnerabilities are, but then you let the company know as a responsible disclosure to them that, hey, these are some issues that I found. You may want to take a look at them because they can put you at risk if you don't address them, and here's how you can fix it. So really kind of fun. So let's see if, well, first off, let's see if that LibreOffice file opened up. And here we go. Okay. Oh, and that was fast. All right, so first let's take a look at the spreadsheet. Yeah, as I suspected, the format's not as conducive to read as I would like. It has the risks and the issues. Okay, I'm going to actually close this down. And let's just take a look at that word report that it gave us and see how good that looks. I bet it'll be, hopefully, in an easier to read format than the Excel file. There we go. Now we're talking. All right, so we got responsible disclosure report. This report provides a high-level review of potential security risks identified on the FICPA website during a review. It did not involve any intrusive testing. The goal is to help the site's administration improve security. So here is the third-party scripts that it noticed. Some HubSpot, Facebook, LinkedIn, yada, yada. Absence of a content security policy, so it recommends having that. External links without no opener, no referrer. And misconfigured login from encoding. Interesting. Can allow large or unexpected payloads which increase the attack surface if server-side logic is not prepared. Missing autocomplete attributes on sensitive inputs. That makes sense. Heavy use of tracking and analytics scripts. It loads multiple analytics and advertising scripts. Each one collects user data and transmits to different domains. Increasing risk of data leakage and privacy breaches. That's interesting. So, nothing glaring, nothing major that I would say, but certainly seems like stuff that I would want to know if I was them. Well, that's pretty cool. One last look back at the first one. Let's see how far it's gone. Oh, this is cool. So it has gotten to the point where it wants to create a repository, but it's not going to create it without our permission. So it wants me to go ahead and do the creation. So again, it's very careful not to do anything in the real world that could cause issues. But I'm going to go ahead and create this repository. And I guess I'll say finish controlling and see what it does from here. So, well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. The agent is just super fun, really impressive. I think there's so much that we can do with it. We barely are scratching the surface. And if you like this video, please subscribe and like it, and we'll see you at the next one.